Hello. It gives me great pleasure to bring you insights from the art of dress. I'd like to start today with the Refined Gamine Style for the Refined Gamine Style profile. And the first thing to know is the inspiration of the style, because like all styles, it's actually a work of, the human is a work of art, but a work of art according to a specific inspiration. In the case of the Refined Gamine, the springtime is really what inspires this style. And in order to explain that, think about this, the very early spring or mid-spring, and you can see a flowering tree in bud, and the branches are still completely visible. The line is still very clear, but the buds are all curved and just emerging. And that element of detail, and short curvature of line within the context of the overall form of the body is really the Refined Gamine inspiration. So let me show you some examples of this. So here we have Micah Gianneli, and she is a Refined Gamine. So it's so interesting to see how many ways that she has found to do her style, when really the Refined Gamine style is not so much in right now and must be very difficult. The first thing that happens that you'll notice with this style is that it's intense, and the halter neckline brings that intensity into focus because it draws all the energy into the center of the human body. And you can see that another aspect of the intensity is the print, because the print really brings the whole style into an expression of kind of springtime joy and maybe just energy and life. So this style is always very energetic and very, you could even say, vital and young because of that. And now you can really see evidence of the line that is used to support the idea of springtime, and that is using a firm fabric, a curved palazzo line. So the line actually starts curving as soon as it begins from, in this case, the shoulder, and it curves gently. It's because it is an alpha style, it's not really necessarily wide. And the firm fabric holds the line for her. And then she emphasizes that with the trim at the bottom. And also another thing is, you'll see the motif is medium in scale, very important for her because it's curved in line and shows detail. But it runs down the center of her body and effectively divides her body into two halves, which is something that is really supportive of this kind of style. Here is, for the first time, you can actually get the most impressive statement of focal point. The focal point for her style is the empire waistline at the top of the ribs. And since so few clothing, so there's very little clothing being made right now with an empire waistline, her solution for this has been to use a bra top, more or less like a midriff top, except making sure that it ends at her focal point at the top of the rib cage. And then in addition to that, she's supported with pretty much a palazzo line in her pant. Notice that the fabric is firm and holds the line perfectly. And another thing she's doing that really brings the springtime feeling in is, again, the print. The print being rounded motifs, medium in scale, and also a bit of color, so that it's not quite so, I guess I would say, the black would take away the impact for her style rather than increase it. So she's really using everything to make it work. Another thing she does to reinforce the halter line at the top, or it's a raglan line as well, fitted raglan is she uses her jackets open so that the halter line is evident through the line of the jacket. And I would say she is super creative, and that's one of the reasons why really I was so impressed with all the way she shows her style. Here's another example of her creativity. So if you watch to see the curved lacing basically forms a halter line for her, and then it ends on her sleeve just at the where the empire waistline would be. So that really reinforces her focal point. So this is so interesting. And then this has a kind of a print going through it, even though the color is also quite vibrant. But then another thing that she's doing here that I mentioned this in the last style profile, but in this one, her focal point is high on her body, above the waist. So it's very important that the predominance of the impact of the style happen above the waist. So here you can see that all of the lacing as well as the black banding, both above and below, is happening above the waist, and that also brings more emphasis to the top. So she's doing all kinds of things that really support her in her style. So in this case, you can see a few things happening with her print. First of all, the print is dividing the body in half all over the place, and it's belted high on the body pretty much at her focal point. And then another thing is she's using this, she's using shine and print as a way of emphasizing her form. So that's really amazing for her. And then she's repeating the form, pretty much the form of the snakeskin in the motif on her purse, which of course is firm because her fabric is firm. So beautiful. The scallop is really the shape that belongs to the refined gamine par excellence. And in this case, you could hardly imagine a greater celebration of the scallop than this one. And it's not only that, it also is like the reiteration of curved form that you see in the springtime with all the blossoms and all the buds. Everything is taking on this circular form. And then another thing that happens both on the front and the back of this outfit is the way the French seaming is working to finish the edge, or the rolled seam, I guess it is. The rolled seam is creating the line that separates the body into two. It's very, very interesting. And of course, she's stunning in creamy white because her coloring is sky blue water. I love this outfit because it shows so many different things in her style, and of course, it's stunning on her. So to begin with, most of the emphasis, the power of what's happening is happening above the waist because her focal point is above the waist. And you can really see the curvature of line of her sleeve there, the way her arm is being held, and it's beautiful. And the firmness of the fabric is so supportive. And then she has detail, the curved forms of the lace, supplying her necessary detail. And then in addition to that, because her sleeve is actually a little even large for her, because don't forget, this is really an alpha style, so she can't go too big. But in this case, because the sleeve is quite dominant, she's using a slim pant, and that really balances for her. Two more things. One is the fabric combination here. She's using the distressed jeans in combination with lace, and that's there's no fabric harmony there, and that is because that's an extra thing that gives sophistication to this style. The line styles do not use fabric harmony. They use rhythm in ornament, and they do use a really defined line, but they do not use, or concordance with their silhouette, but they do not use fabric harmony. It's so sophisticated and actually exciting. It adds to the excitement, the springtime excitement, I could say. And then the last thing is that her accessories are a pale color, and that is so as not to distract from her focal point being high on her body. Very successful. And this is another example of so many things. It's a wonderful outfit, shows the Palazzo line. what she's doing here, the snake skin on the shiny, she uses shine. It's beautiful. The print is on about half her body. That's about right. And the snake skin print is dividing her legs in two. So cute. And then in addition to that, she's got the lack of fabric harmony with the shift. I guess that's a kind of a chiffon in her top with the shiny, almost patent of her pant. And so the dullness and the shine really are setting up this discord a little bit, which is just beautiful for her. And two more things. She's got the rhythm of her ornament. She's with her the ruff at the neckline as well as at the bottom of her sleeve. And then she's also got her focal point, her mid-high, I guess, ampere waistline focal point showing here. So successful and really stunning. I love this fabric, but I love this fabric for her. It has so many wonderful qualities. It's medium in weight, it's firm, firmly woven, it holds its shape. The motifs are medium in scale and rounded, and then she has that repetition at the top of her body around the bodice of the leaf forms, all sort of not only short and rounded, but also the tiny edge that they're almost forming a bit of an allusion to the diamond shape, which is the shape that belongs to all the gamins. It's a halter neckline, and it's just a beautiful color for her. So many aspects, it's just beautiful. This is another exciting outfit for her, and she has a great sense of style. The motifs are medium in scale. The line is evident in the cut, and it's forming that curved line that opens towards the bottom. She has a halter neckline. She has her focal point. And then the marabou is used to make sure that the excitement of her outfit is at the top of her body because her focal point is high. Beautiful. Here again, a beautiful example of using all that she has at her command. So the darkness of the color is offset by this pinky print that, in this case, the print is really showing reality, which is lovely for her. And the palazzo line in the sleeve and in the coat with a high waistline because it's getting to her focal point. And then extra attention is paid with the fur at the neckline as well as at the sleeve to make sure that the excitement is happening at the top of her body. So it's really very beautiful. If ever there were a photo that summed up springtime, this would be in the running. And it has so many things. Not only is her halter line adding excitement and intensity, but she's reinforcing it, wearing her jacket over her shoulders like that. You can see that the way that the dress is designed is dividing her body in two, and she has a lot of the motif. It's a short dress, so she's carrying this much. It's almost like a print, but it has this rounded shape that still has, it's really actually little diamonds. So it's kind of holding both her gamin essence as well as the rounded curvature. And then she's got her ruffle showing the rounding and repeating that twice, so making sure there's rhythm there. And then the ruffle is marking where her skirt opens out into the palazzo, more of a curvature of line, a flare sort of. So lovely, with a light accessory to make sure that the attention stays focused at the top of her silhouette. But all the excitement and all the joy and all the exuberance of springtime captured in an outfit here, summing up the Refined Gamine. Thank you so much. This is fun for me, and I hope you're enjoying it. And two things. I've so far did a fabric style. I've done a fabric style, and this time I did a line style, and the next style I will do will be the third kind, which is called an ornament style, where the focus is really on design detail. So that will be the third, and then I'll start repeating for you. And also, if you're interested in finding out your own style, your own artistry, and your own coloring, you can come to my website, or if you want to understand style better, theartofdress.com. You can take the quiz, it's free, and you can learn about yourself or learn about style in general. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you on the part of the art of dress, which is me, and I look forward to seeing you again.